Hello everyone, I wanted to tell you about this book. This is Boy Giant by Michael Morpurgo. It's one of his most recent books, and it's a story of hope and friendship. Michael Morpurgo manages to entwine the global refugee crisis with the traditional story of Gulliver's Travels, where Gulliver ends up on an island full of very tiny people, the Lilliputians. Some of you might have seen maybe the Jack Black film, very similar to that. This story is quite sad. Omar lives in Afghanistan, and when Afghanistan is full of war, his mum decides that it's not safe for them to live there anymore. They need to seek somewhere else to live. So she decides to send Omar to England on a boat. She can't go with him as they can't afford it. So she makes this heartbreaking decision that only Omar goes to try and find family in England, in Cornwall actually, near where we are here in Devon. So it's quite sad, but it does make your heart sing, and you learn a lot about what's happening in the world today with refugees and war that's going on in the world. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this book. This book is in the red section, and it is a 5.3. I would say that this book was suitable for anybody in Key Stage 2, really, aged 8 probably and upwards. Remember, if you are below a 5.3, then you could read the book with an adult or an older brother or sister to support you and just help you with some of those words, and just to help you along with some of the understanding of what's happening. I was just going to read you an extract from the book here. This is when Omar suddenly finds himself washed up from the boat on the island with the very small people. I woke up to more whispering and murmuring. It was certainly not birds. I decided, nor was it the hush of waves washing back over the sand into the sea. It was not birds. It was not waves. It was people, lots of them, and they were speaking in small voices. Voices that were all around me. When I tried to lift my head now, I felt to my surprise I could do it. Just a little, just enough. Then I felt something on the forefinger of my right hand, and I looked down, expecting to see a scorpion. Instead, there was a little man there, standing on my finger. Minute he was, too small to be real, I thought. He was wearing a 3-cornered hat, a long coat, and he had buckles on his shoes. I never saw anyone dressed like this before. I imagined at first I must be dreaming, but then I knew I wasn't asleep. I could smell the sea, and there were clouds in the sky and birds, white birds flying above me, crying and cawing, and I could feel the breeze on my face. None of this was imagined, none of this was a dream, and nor were the crowds of little people I could now see all over the beach. Nor were the horses and carts imagined, nor were the little coloured blankets that I saw covering me like patchwork from my ankles up to my chest. The little man standing now in the palm of my open hand might have been no bigger than my little finger. But he was real. I was not imagining him. This was not a dream. And so here we go inside. You can see Omar there waking up, surrounded by the small people. So if you're after an adventure, this could be the book for you. And please let me know what you think of it, and don't forget to do quiz at the end.